Welcome to Tenerife, the Canary Islands. Now it's probably not the place you're thinking about when it comes to landscape photography, which is what my channel is mostly about. And you're right, it's not. It's more of a resort, and I'm here on vacation, just enjoying life, enjoying the sea, enjoying the sun. But having said that, I've been here a number of times, I had the chance to explore the island, and I think it's actually an amazing place for landscape photography if you want to do it. So in this video I'm going to show you some of my very favorite places to go to here on the island. If you want to do some landscape photography, if you're tired of the sun, if you just want to spend the time a little bit different. So without further ado, let's jump right into this. And just like this, when the first location I wanted to show you guys. This is Alcala, a small village just north of San Juan, and there really isn't much here. There isn't a grand landscape object that everybody photographs here. Now, it's just a promenade, a walk that goes along the coast. It has a lot of palm trees, it has some beaches, it has some nice rock formations that you can explore. It has some pools, like natural pools, that you can take a look at as well. There's really nothing so special about it. But every time I come here, I manage to get away with something unique and something very unusual. Some image that nobody else has, and I love this place just for that. I also love it because it doesn't feel so touristy, it doesn't feel so crowded, it doesn't feel so artificial or natural. I think there are mostly locals here and it feels so calm, so enjoyable that I just love being here, and the sunsets here are amazing.
The best locations for landscape photography on Tenerife are somewhat harder to access. You really have to leave the touristy south and travel further north. One of my favorite spots is the Tenon Lighthouse, that's built on the westernmost point of the island. There are a couple ways to get there, but I always recommend taking a route that goes through the Masca village. It's a little longer, but you get to enjoy the beautiful views of the mountains around. The Masca trail that starts from the village and follows the gorge down to the beach is also one of my most favorite hikes on Tenerife, and I definitely recommend doing it if you have the time. But even if you don't do the hike, the road to Masca has several vantage points with beautiful scenery, especially during sunset. Keep in mind though that roads to both Masca and then Punta de Teno are mountain roads with lots of twists, turns and hairpin bends that can make an unexperienced driver feel uneasy. Also, the road to Punta de Teno is closed to public from 10 AM to 5 PM Thursday to Sunday, so plan your time accordingly.
You actually can't get to the lighthouse itself. It's closed by a big gate. Some people actually climb over the rocks to get to the other side. It's kind of illegal, it's kind of dangerous, so it's up to you.
What you can do instead is climb the rocks to the left of the lighthouse. From there you get a decent enough view of it. It's not the best, but you can work with it. I also recommend exploring the coast to the right of the lighthouse. There is a hike there that starts in the parking lot and goes along the shore to the north. It's a great place for seascape photography with lots of waves, rocks, and the lighthouse in the background. Playa de Bonito, or Bonito Beach with its huge rocks and black sand, is probably the most famous landscape photography location on Tenerife. There is a small parking lot next to the restaurant where you can leave your car, and a set of stairs behind it will lead you to the beach.
So we're at Bonito Beach. This is like the main photography spot in all Tenerife. It's very popular among photographers, usually during sunset. They come here because the sun is setting on the west here and highlighting the rocks.
Bonito is best photographed during sunset at a low tide, when receding waves leave behind long straits of the wet, glowing sand. During winter, the sun will be setting behind the mountains to the west, so summer is probably a somewhat better season. I have been to Bonito before, and I will show you some of my sunset images later in this video. This time, however, we decided to do something completely different, so we teamed up with a local photographer, Masha Lince, and had Katya pose for us in her red dress. This proved to be an unusual and interesting twist to landscape photography that I usually do. The last location I wanted to show you is one you would probably not find on your own. It's a place near a small village of Ifonche next to a paragliding takeoff site. Once you park your car, a short 20-minute or so hike will lead you to the top of the mountain, then down again and then to the top of the second mountain. It's a bit of an effort, but once you reach the second summit, the views over the entire south coast of the island are pretty stunning. And the best part? You're gonna have it all to yourself.
So you're gonna know you're in the right place when you reach the place where there's like a small cave in the rock and there's some crosses and Buddhas or something kind of spooky. But yeah, when you see it, just follow up straight and you'll be there. And I guess that's it for me for this video, guys. This was just some of my favorite places I wanted to show you. This is by no means a complete list of things to do or things to explore here on the island. It has so much more to offer. There's the whole Tenon National Park to explore, there's the Muscat Trail, there's the How, Montaña Maria, Montaña Roja. But even if you don't have time or desire to explore all those more remote places, just remember to grab your camera whenever you head off in the evening, because the sunsets here on the island are just amazing. And they're amazing no matter where you watch them from. I'm gonna show you a few images that I took over the course of my trips here. And all of those were taken pretty much in the tourist areas of the island, like Los Cristianos, Las Americas, Costa Deja, La Caleta. Just goes to show you that you don't need to travel far to grab a very nice looking image here. I have a separate blog post in the description below where I disclose the location of all these images if you want to take a look. And yeah, so that's it from me. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. What do you think of the photo shoot?
That was